Good afternoon and welcome to the post-game press conference here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. It was Group H action, Canada beating Lebanon 73-128. We are joined by head coach Jad El Haj and Karim Zainoun. Karim, can you give us some thoughts about today's game?
It was a tough game. We know that Canada is one of the best teams and projected to win it all. They have like 7, 8 NBA players, but we had one goal: to go in, fight, stick together, and try to limit our mistakes that we did in the first game against Latvia. So that's it.
Thank you. And coach?
First, I want to say congrats for Canadian national team. It's their second big game. They won against France, today against us. They are one of the serious competitors for the World Cup. Honestly, they are punishing us at any mistake we're doing after any turnover. You can see they have 41 points from turnovers. So we're playing now on a different level. It's our second game. First game, Latvia scored 51% from 3 points. Today, France 60%, Canada 60%. We have to minimize our turnovers. We have to get better on defense. Hopefully next games will be better.
Thank you, coach. And do we have any questions for Karim first? Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Karim. With these two big losses, how can you describe the situation now in the locker room?
We knew that we're in it, maybe the group of death, like they called it. We have 3 big contenders for the championship. We knew it was going to be tough on us. So we're just taking it game by game and trying to limit our mistakes as much as we can. So when we reach the point where it matters the most for us, to be able to perform and show up. Thank you.
Just a reminder to say your name and your media affiliation, please. And more questions for Karim or coach?
We can't hear you.
It's not working.
Hello, I'm Thomas from sportcenters.com. What is your goal for the remaining 3 games in this tournament?
For the remaining games, we have one more game against France. So we put always goals before we came here. Now we have one more big game against France. Last World Cup, they finished second. Now also they are trying to compete for the championship, and they are hosting the Olympics. So our goal is to finish next game in the best way possible. Then we have 2 more games to get the best spot in Asia for the Olympics. This was our main goal. Now we played the toughest games in the group, and we still have one more. Then we're gonna start looking to win games and performing better.
نمر جبر from نهار newspaper Lebanon. بدي اسال بالعربي بليز كوتش. من بعد هول الخسارتين قدام لاتفيا وكندا، كيف توصف وضع الفريق؟ هل بعده متماسك؟ وهل هن مباريات تحضيريه للمباراتين يلي ممكن يأهلونا على تصفيات لأولمبياد 2024؟ ثانك يو.
ما فينا you want to answer in Arabic?
You can go ahead and answer in Arabic.
ما فينا نقول انه عم نلعب الاي جيم او التوب جيم. اكيد عم نعمل كثير ميستيكس بهدول التو جيمز يلي قطعوا. اهم شيء فيهم خلصنا بلا اصابات، عاينا على الجيمات اللي جاي تنبلش نحقق انتصارات. وضع الفريق اكيد بعده متماسك. دائما عم نحكي انه مثل ما الكل عم يطالب منا ونحن طالبين من حالنا انه نربح باول راوند حتكون كثير صعبه. فينا نتفادى بعض الاغلاط، ايه اكيد. فينا نصلح قصص، ايه اكيد. وان شاء الله يوم ورا يوم حيكون احسن.
Hello, I'm Yann Onona from French newspaper L'Equipe. I wanted to ask you about 2006 victory from Lebanon against France. Amir Saoud was telling us that he actually is watching that game again and again. Can you tell us about what this game represents for Lebanon basketball and if it's something that you still talk about today? Thank you.
It was a game for history for Lebanon. We won against France in 2006 and we won against Canada in 2010. But as everyone now, it's a completely different basketball. We're watching different players, different generation, different basketball. Most of them now are NBA players. So we're gonna do our best one more time. Win or lose this game is not our target. We have to get better. We have to minimize our mistakes. We have to perform. We have to fight more. This is the most important in this game.
Do we have any more questions? Yep.
Hello, my name is Jans Benzix from Delphi. Coach, my question is: you have played Team Latvia and Team Canada. How do you think can Latvian team stop Canada?
Before they have a game tonight against France, honestly, after last game, I told the guys in the locker room, I followed Latvia from the qualifications, then in the friendly games. They are performing very well. Okay, today you cannot compare our size or our intensity or our speed to Canada or France. So I think it's going to be, of course, tough game for them, but they always have chances because they are great in offense and defense. They have the balance inside game and outside game. I give them high chances to qualify for the second round.
Do we have any more questions? If not, that concludes the first part of our press conference. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Kareem.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the post-game press conference. Just a reminder, Group H action, Canada beating Lebanon 73 to 128. We are joined by Coach Jordi Fernandez and Trey Bell-Haynes. Trey, can you give us some thoughts about today's game?
Just super excited that we kind of kept our momentum from France. We talked about making sure that there wasn't any fall off, keeping the momentum going, and I think we did a good job. Guys' confidence are high. Could see that everybody was playing well, playing free. So just happy that we kept that going, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
And Coach?
Trey just said it. We played together. We shared the basketball. I think you guys saw it. 43 assists to 15 turnovers is a record in the World Cup. And I think the last team that had the record was Canada with 37. So, it just shows that, sharing is caring. And these guys were ready to play the right way, play with a pass. And in games like this, sometimes teams have the tendency to, players to do it on their own and try to dribble too much. And I'm proud of these guys. They did it the right way, especially Trey here, not just being ready to catch and shoot, but also to share the ball with 8 assists. So, happy to share the table with him, obviously, here.
And let's take questions for Trey first.
Hey, Trey, just kind of tell us about just what was kind of working today in terms of like you making the threes and just as well how you're finding guys to get the 8 assists that Coach mentioned.
I think all throughout camp we've talked about paint touches and paint touch kickouts, paint touch threes, and our offense kind of starts with guys getting into the paint and making plays. And I think tonight we were able to do that at a really high level. Me being able to get there to find guys, but also I think Nikhil, Phil, Shea lives there, RJ was there. I mean, everybody was able to get there, collapse the defense, and find a bunch of guys for open shots. Part of the reason we had so many assists.
Just a friendly reminder to say your name and your affiliation. Yep.
Hi, ScottWitterX.com. Trey, the last 3 years in Europe through Spain and Germany and Montenegro, you've been the import on the team. You've been, the focus of game planning, comes with a lot of pressure. What's different playing with these guys? What do you see out there that's different from playing club ball?
Yeah, definitely. I think the big thing is that I've kind of been here for a few years now, and guys like Shea and Nikhil are very, very new to the FIBA game and don't have a lot of experience. So for me, what's different is that I'm more in a leadership role. Obviously, when my number is called, I'm going to be ready to play. But games like France and those tight games down the stretch, it's more just what I see and being able to talk to those guys and help them out. But it's a little different, just more as kind of a vet, I guess, coming from that direction, but it's still fun.
Do we have any more questions for Shea? Yep.
Hi, my name is Jans Benziks from Delphi. After 2 dominant wins, how high is your confidence level right now?
I think our confidence is always high. We believe in ourselves. We don't go into games expecting anybody to beat us, but we're not too high. Obviously, we know there's still a lot of stuff we can improve on and get better. And tournaments like this, it's a journey. We're going to be a lot better than we were today in the next game and the next game after that. So it's just about constantly improving and not getting ahead of ourselves.
Any more questions for Trey? If not, we'll move on to Coach. Go ahead.
Hey, Jordi, just I just want to ask quickly about Alex Adams, Raptors Republic. Sorry, just tell us a little bit about Lou Dort's kind of status and kind of going into the next couple games, and obviously he missed tonight's game.
Just precautionary. Obviously, this was a game that, we had 11 guys ready to fight and rotate, and I think the minutes say here, nobody played more than 20 minutes, and everybody played at least 14 minutes. So that's the definition of a team. We're not going to change everybody's health. We're going to make sure that these guys, their bodies are the most important thing first, and then, he was there ready to support his teammates, and that's what's the most important thing for us.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Coach Jordi. My name is Kelvin from Kompas newspaper. Coach, as we all know that Shea play season best in his life last season after joining the Team Canada last summer. Is that success story give you easier job to recruit your player to the Team Canada, and how you approach them to become better and better when leave the camp? Thank you, Coach.
Shea is a very special player. Like I said the other day, this type of guys, they teach us coaches more than we can teach them. And a lot of times I'm just happy to, like I said, be in the front line and watch him perform. He has to score efficiently for us. He has to play make for us. He has to be a leader for us. And he has to defend for us. And so far he's done it. And I'm going to keep him to that standard, and he's done it. That's why he's so good in the NBA. That's why he's shown right now in 2 games how good he is. So we need his leadership and we need his performance. As far as like the group, my job is to teach the guys and get them ready. And if they're not, then I haven't done my job. So the group has been amazing to work with. Not just Trey, but everybody else. Not just Shea, everybody else, Trey, everybody else. These guys have been great. So once again, just moving into the next game. The most important game is the next game. You guys know how the World Cup works. And we have to just focus on Latvia right now. A very good team, very well coached, a lot of shooting, played together for a lot of years with a lot of support here with their fans. So we're excited to get up for that matchup for sure.
José Pereira, Café Belgrado, do Brasil. Coach, your team is composed with NBA stars, elite FIBA level players, and young prospects. So how is it like to teach and to coach such a qualified roster?
It's a process, and like you probably know, I was born and raised in Europe. I have FIBA experience. I've been an assistant in the Olympics and the Eurobasket and the World Cup. Now I get to be a head coach. I also have NBA experience, so that mix helps my relationships with the guys, but also teaching this game. Still, our main goal, as you guys know, is to make it to the Olympics, and it's one goal at a time. Right now, out of Trey and myself, there's only one Canadian that has been Olympian twice, and it's not Trey or me. So, do you guys know who that is? Shauna. All right, so we want to be like her. That's our goal. It's to get to the Olympics, to fight together, and to represent Canada that hasn't been there, the men's program, in 24 years. So that's what we're fighting for.
I will take questions after. Just kidding, back there.
All right. Hello. Reski from C Today. Coach, congratulations for obtaining 2 wins for these 2 games. And for this game, your players have 9 players have double-digit points, and this can be conclude that the unselfish play that have been put in the game. So, what do you think about this? Or maybe you did you talk with the guys and about this to be unselfish, or how?
Yeah, I think that Trey mentioned it. Touching the paint, and it's not just through the dribble, but cutting, rolling, and getting the ball moving from side to side. That's something we've preached from the beginning, and being in the right spot. You see here, our 3-point efficiency was very high. We shot 30 of them, but the guys trusted the pass, trusted their teammates, and it's just beautiful to see that. And again, when you can set a record, it just says a lot about what these guys are trying to do. And obviously they believe in themselves, but they show up every day and work very hard. So that's what matters the most.
Here.
Hey, Jordy, Scott Witter, X.com. You just went into your history and experience. You've clearly been around the block. We all know that. But you're pretty new to the Canadian team. Is there anybody who's like jumped out to you or surprised you that you really didn't know something about them, whether it's embracing their role or showing you stuff you didn't know that they can do? Just curious your thoughts there.
I think all these guys, probably the answer is the team. Everybody's been talking about how talented we are, but that's not the definition of the team. And these guys have approached every single day since August 1st to build a team. And that goes with, a walking tour in Granada. Guys work together, they play cards, they hang out, they enjoy spending time together. And that's what, at the end of the day, that chemistry is going to show up on the court. And so far, that's what you guys see. Guys that compete together, that have the same goal, that support each other no matter what. You used RJ's example the other day. He was 1 for 10. Obviously, we need him, and he is way better than 1 for 10, but sometimes it happens. And he did whatever it takes to help the team with 6 rebounds, 5 assists. So that's our mentality. It's a team effort. All these guys have been amazing. I could go one by one. I knew a lot of these guys. Trey played in Spain, Melvin. I'm familiar with all these guys, and obviously the NBA guys as well. So not surprised because they're very talented, but the most surprising is their willingness to create a team.
And we'll take one more question. If not, okay.
Coach, my name is Adrian from Main Basket Indonesia. Coach, 2 big wins. Offensively, transition is pretty good. Half-court offense pretty good. 3 points pretty good. Defensively, you held your opponent 69 points per game. What still bothers you about these 2 games?
It tells me that we're 2-0 and we're going to face a very good team. So, the most important game, like I said the other day, and I tell these guys, in a tournament like this is the next game. And right now, we have, Latvia right now in our minds, and we have to prepare for them, and we're going to play really hard against them for 40 minutes because they're very good, like I said before, but also we need that to grow. We don't have the experience, and we challenge ourselves to a high standard. So, yes, I'm happy with what we've done. What we've done is in the past. It just reinforces. It gives you confidence, but you need that next challenge, and that next challenge is in front of us. Again, like I said, it's a very good team that shoots it well, that plays together with really good players.
Great. Thank you very much, Coach and Trey. That will conclude our post-game press conference. Thank you for joining.